friends and frogs. How's everyone doing out there today? Today is Wednesday, November the 5th. I was just wondering, I had a few things to say. I keep saying that I'm not doing this broadcast for the money. I don't, my kids just think I'm just way too positive of a person to be sitting at home in my living room doing absolutely nothing. And I'm way painfully shy to meet person. It takes a lot of energy to get up and go shopping, maybe like to Walmart or any other place. It takes a lot of thinking on my part. I do suffer from a bit of anxiety and depression, and that's all well and good. Everybody does, I assume. It happens a lot. I'm not anything special. I'm not a special case or anything. A lot of people suffer from that. Sometimes they don't even know they do, and that's sad. But I was thinking today that sometimes you have to change your thinking when you're suffering, and it's not an easy thing to do. I heard a lot of times that I would have to change my thinking, that I had to. Uh, it was up to me what made me happy, and that would make me so mad. I remember people saying that all the time. You just have to make yourself happy. You have to believe this, and you have to think this, and that's true. You can't let your happiness depend on somebody else, because it's not going to happen. If there was a magic wand that said, "Woof," you're happy, as opposed to being sad, that doesn't happen. It really starts inside with positive thinking. Your relationship with God, a spiritual relationship with God, helps a lot, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I am very much into the belief that God helps us. It means a lot to have Him create me, and I'm not gonna preach on it, because I know a lot of people are like turned off by the religious aspect of it, but it's true. It's true. You got to have a really great relationship with God to be able to be grateful to live, and to be grateful for the things you have, as opposed to not being grateful. There was a time where I wasn't grateful about anything. I wasn't grateful about my life. I was grateful about my children, of course. But sometimes all that pressure, the mom of it, the wife of it, the what people expect me to do, I just couldn't take it anymore. I was like near hopeless. And I never wanted to hurt myself. I wasn't that kind of depressed person. There were times I wish I did not exist, but it wasn't about hurting myself. I would never wish that anybody would ever find me in that position. And I know a lot of people that go through that, and I've known several people that have behaved that way, where they didn't want to be here, and it's not a good thing. It can't leave a good effect on the ones you've left behind, and I think that's what keeps me from doing it. I don't want anyone to question whether I love them or not, or whether I thought about them. I think about everybody. So I would never leave in such a situation. I would never do that kind of thing. But I have been so hopelessly depressed and upset about everything and everybody in my life. And nobody ever caused it. It was just my thinking. I was just mad at the world and didn't know how to fix it. But you really have to kind of make yourself happy. You do. I don't even know how I came out of it. I don't even know. I know I read one line I was reading a Christian book, trying to gather all the information I could about religions and things like that. And I think it was Lisa Bevere that I was reading. I was reading one of her books. And the line was something of the effect, and I don't want to give it away because it is her publication, so I'm trying not to like step on copyright grounds. I'm just not going to do that thing. But this one line just snapped me out of it. She was like, you may think that you don't care about yourself, that you're not worthy, or that you're you just don't care. But when you get up and feed yourself, and you get up and you take a bath, you do care about yourself. You are caring about yourself in that nature. So, um, nobody's going to do it for you. And that just kind of woke me up. That was the start of it. And that was so many years ago. So many years ago. But it did. It woke me completely up. And from there, I just gradually got to where I am now. I'm very grateful. I don't see the things. I see them. I see the things that made me angry. I do see them, but now I have to just overlook them, kind of, and not let them affect me the way that they once. I can sit here and get angry and get depressed all over again if I thought about it. You know, the things that make me mad, and they're making me mad. I can sit here and dwell, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to get back to where I was. I was just not there, just mentally stuck on the things making me mad and not thinking about what I can do to make others happy. But if you are depressed, I encourage you. I'm not a doctor. I couldn't tell you how to. I can tell you what it feels like. I can tell you, what helped me or whatever. But I'm not a doctor, and I'm not about to tell you what you should or should not do. But I do. It may not work for the first couple of times, but maybe there's somebody that you can talk to, a therapist, a friend. But try not to be a Debbie Downer about everything. Things make you mad, and I was that way. I was like, everything I said was negative, and I feel so sorry for anybody that tried to be my friend back then, because I was just very, very negative about everything. I was angry, and I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know how to switch that part of my brain off. But I'm kind of in a good place now. I'm in a great place. I'm learning to get closer to God. And I'm learning to trust myself a little bit more. And I'm learning to believe in myself a little bit more. And try not to... I don't want to get that angry again. I don't want to be that person. I've come really far. For me to show my face on YouTube, I even had a friend come say that today, that's a big deal for me to get it on camera and show my face and talk to people and express my concerns. That's a big deal. So I really have come a long way. I really have. I usually I wouldn't go anywhere. I was shy. I was very scared, very unappreciative of my own being, that I hid myself away from the world for a long time ago. Shopping I can do because it's kind of like an autopilot. We have to go grocery shopping. We have to go do these things. So I'm good about doing those kinds of things. And I did work in public for a long, long time. But as far as talking to somebody and being friends, I was very, very shy. I kept my head down. I didn't look at anybody. Right now I'm just in a really, really happy place. And I like it. I like it. Those things that are still there, that made me angry and suppressed me for so long, or what I thought suppressed me, they're still there. But I can look at them differently. I can feel differently about them. I can't even explain what I'm trying to say. The one thing I don't like is that I'm older and my energy levels are not what they used to be. I'm not as hyper as I used to be. I'm hyper in my thoughts, but not so much in my body, because I am older. And that kind of rubs me the wrong way. But I'm getting there. I really hope that I can work and build up my energy a little bit more. But yeah. But if you can find somebody to talk to, or if you can just think you can talk to yourself into being happy, being more grateful, being more positive. There's nothing to be mad about. So much so that it has to halt. It has to stop your whole life. And that's what I let it do for me. I let all my anger just stop everything. Just stop my life and stop any positive thing that ever came out of her. I couldn't think positively. I couldn't feel positively. I don't know. I couldn't imagine. I do take medicine. That's one big thing. I am on medication. And if you're not into medication, I don't suggest I don't suggest you go. I would suggest you research if you're going to get on medicine and kind of know what it does for you or what it, and if you start taking medicine, at least keep it up for about a week, maybe 2 weeks to see how you feel. Because the first couple of times you take it, you're going to feel just so disconnected. But just let it take effect and see how you feel. There was a long time I was like that disconnected feel. But I still had to take it. Not taking it would be detrimental. There's still a medicine that I take now that if I stop taking it, I will get angry again. And I know it. So I have to keep taking that medicine. I have to keep it up. So once you start taking medication, unless you can just find a way to mentally save yourself, you kind of have to take medication all your life. But I encourage you to just pray about your decisions, talk with someone, find the positive in everything. I always thought I always found the positive in stuff, but I didn't. I was angry. Oh, I was so mad at the world. I don't even know what started it. I just remember getting married and it all went away. I think I think that fairy tale wedding, that fairy tale forever after just did not happen. We had a hard time with our marriage, and there was a lot of times for me to grow up. And I just took it out the wrong way. I don't know what to tell you. But please, if you feel like you've been depressed and that you need help, please go find it. Talk to somebody about the Bible. Read the Bible. Kind of change your thinking. See if there's a way that you can change your thinking without it getting you too bad. And I'm here if you want to talk. I just felt like I needed to say all this because I care. I do care about people. I do care about myself, and I do. I just care so much about everybody. I really do, and nobody should be as angry as I once was. Nobody should live like that. It happens. I realized too that my mom was depressed. She was a very angry person, and she was depressed, and she medicated herself with certain things, alcohol and things like that. So, that is how that is. I want you to have the best day ever. I want you to find something positive in your life. Find something grateful to look for, and let that be your focus. Let that sink in. That what if you didn't have that thing to be so grateful. It could be your wife, it could be your children, it could be your house, it could be your money, your job, anything. It could be yourself. Gosh, if I didn't have myself, what would I have? This is true. This is a true statement. If you didn't have yourself, love yourself. That is a big, big thing, to love yourself. Find that big belly laugh. Find just the best of your life, and share it with other people. Have a smile and give somebody else a smile. Try to make somebody smile. It'd be lovely. If you have any questions, just let me know. If you need somebody to talk to, I am here. I am all here. I check YouTube obsessively. I do. I don't have many subscribers, and I don't have many followers, and I don't have many likes and things like that, but I do. I check YouTube obsessively. So if you have anything to say, you want to ask questions, that's fine. I'm here for you. I will talk to you. I definitely would not ignore you. So that is that. And I'm Cassie. You're in Cassie's Corner. We usually talk about days of the week and birthdays and that kind of thing. And I was just trying to grab you content to put on YouTube, and that's fine. But I figured we needed to go in another direction and see if I could just talk to you and tell you my thoughts. And I'll get better at everything. I promise. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Find somebody to be grateful for. Find something to be grateful for. Find that great big belly laugh. Everybody needs a belly laugh every day, just at least once. Even if it's your child, your cat, your dog, your toe. It doesn't matter. Laugh. Y'all have a wonderful day, wonderful weekday. Hey, we're Wednesday, and it's like halfway through the week. We got 2 more days. 2 more days till Friday. Even though sometimes the weekend doesn't matter to people. But the weekend's coming. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.